If you trade gold, then this video is meant for you. Now we have seen gold is trading below the level of 4867 right here on my screen, and recently it just entered the zone of 4555, then bounced up again. And now today is Sunday, West African time. So if you don't want to jump into the market tomorrow being Monday and got your ass kicked, then you need to stick by and watch this video, because I've got some insightful information that I want to share with everyone out there to help you guys remain profitable and ahead of the chart. So recently we've noticed that the United States economy and the war going on between United States and Iran has been affecting the gold. It has been affected very much, so we need to focus on two things in this video, which I'm going to explain in detail. First is the United States economy, which is the rate cut, and second is the war itself. So we'll be using real facts from resources from the website to make our analysis and predictions. So let's head on to the federal funds rate. So here on my screen you can see on written very well that Powell sees inflation outlook in check, no need to hike rates. Let me highlight that. So I'm going to explain this. So this news was released on March 30th, which is very much current. So Federal Powell sees inflation outlook in check, which means the federal funds doesn't have any need to cut rates or to even hike rates, because here they don't want to increase rates, all right, because of the inflation. So the federal funds aspect is pretty much cool to me, and is not really actually affecting it, because they are not hiking rate. If they hike rates, which means gold is going to go down, and if they cut rate, which means gold is going to go up. So rate cut goes in favor of gold, while increasing rate goes not in the favor of gold. So the United States is not preparing to increase rate, or are they preparing to reduce rate either? So pretty much this leaves gold at least at a favorable position, which we have seen that gold has been appreciating for a while now because of this decision right here. And also, if you check, you see that gold has been really been misbehaving because of Trump's speeches. I don't know if you have been following up with the speeches Trump has been dropping recently. And once Trump makes those speeches, you can see that gold actually reacts very much. Why is it reacting? Because gold is a safe haven asset, and United States dollar is also a safe haven asset. And in this period of war, we have seen that gold is really depreciating because investors are really scared right now. So they are getting very much cautious on where to put their money. And because, investors always want uh, interest in whatever, so they love getting interest in whatever they are investing their money on. So whatever brings doubt, tension, fear, they don't really like putting their money into it. This is just a layman explanation. So since the United States economy now is really saying that they are not battling inflation, which means they are okay to go, I think it's in the favor of gold. And just like I mentioned, this is why we're seeing gold appreciating. So now here comes the speech asset aspect, which we are going to look into. Then we can head into the chart and try to bring them together to make a decision. So here is my forest factory, and we're going to look the current news that Trump has dropped recently. And we have three here, of course. This was 10 hours ago, this was 7 hours ago, and this was 3 hours ago. So let's read from the current. Here is oil's opium at $70 per barrel. So you and I know that since this was started, gold has been really been bearish, and oil has been very much bullish, because mostly this war is all about the Strait of Hormuz. This is where gold is not appreciating as many people thought it would, because it's a safe haven asset anyway. During tensions, people run towards safe haven. But in this case, gold was seen doing the opposite, and it left everyone amazed. So now oil is currently at $70 per barrel. Oil went, I think, up to $100 per barrel, where it made its highest in price, and it's currently at 70, which means oil is really depreciating, but still above its previous price level. So, which means it's not yet down, but it's not yet too costly. Now, the second news is Trump warns Iran it has 48 hours left as airman remains missing. Now, this is an escalation in this case because this doesn't bring peace. I, I can remember when Trump made a statement, I think on Wednesday or Tuesday, about giving Iran 10 days of not destroying their energy infrastructure power plant, and we saw that gold really rallied upwards because that tweet was in favor of gold, which means there was no more war going for that 10 days, and investors hopped back buying gold because gold was at a very good discount level. People started buying gold back, and then at Wednesday, Trump made a statement that is going to bomb Iran 2 weeks straight. So that made gold to sell off again, which we saw on the chart right here. This was on Wednesday, I think. Thursday, I guess. Okay, from Wednesday to Thursday, this sold off very massively. So now coming back to the third speech which Trump has given, this speech says, Trump, I gave Iran 10 days to make a deal or open up the Hormuz Strait, also called the Strait of Hormuz. Time is running out. So you and I know that this is also an escalation in this war, and Trump is not sounding nicely, which means he is going to start bombing Iran, and the war will start continue. The peace talk that everybody's looking out for and is longing to is not coming soon anyway. So it depends on when they will have the peace talk and get together again. But this news is representing an escalation in this war. So now we have two red flags against gold because this two news is not in the favor of gold. It's not in the favor of gold. So now let's head on to our chart and try to use this to make out something. So like I mentioned before, we are currently trending below 4867 after we tapped into this supply zone, and currently above 455 level. So I want to see gold do something, which is this. If gold goes below 455, which means this news is holding in place, these two news that we just read about is holding, then we'll see gold going down to 4412. Depends on how the escalation is still ongoing. If the escalation still remains, then gold is probably going to take out this buy side liquidity and drop down to this demand zone, which you can see on my file right here. On this demand zone, the price level is, let me check, the price level is 3943. So this is all on the escalation. If the escalation continues and gold keeps plumbing downward, but if there is a peak talk in no matter of time, then gold can start recovering from these zones back upwards. Then on Monday, if I see gold take out 4867 and closes above with a good candle body close, I will be looking out for gold to take 5043 level. And if gold closes above also, then 5366 is also in reach. So this is my analysis on gold USD. This is not a financial advice. You can do your research and also try to conclude my claims or try to find out what God is about to do. This is my own analysis, and this is what I'm looking at for. Don't forget to follow, don't forget to subscribe, and drop your comments, guys, if you think gold is going to respect this 455 level, or if you think gold is going to break above 4867. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, stay safe.